In this video, I'm going to be revealing the exact steps I took to go from my JV high school and local Sunday league team at 16 to signing with the same professional academy that developed Alphonso Davies and getting called up to represent my national team at 18 without natural talent, connections, or being rich. And it's not just me. There are a bunch of players around the world balling out, signing for pro academies, and making their parents proud using the same steps I'm about to show you. Going like me, from below average, honestly pretty shit at football, to balling out week in, week out, living my dream life at a pro academy. More about that in just a minute. Because I want to make it clear that these results aren't guaranteed. I can't guarantee you the results I had. What I can absolutely guarantee is that what you're about to see are the results of a bunch of regular players just like you who use this opportunity to change their careers. Like Kai here, went from his local amateur side in the US at 19 to LAFC Academy, playing next to the likes of Bale and Chiellini without ever having previously been at a pro club. Or Olivia, who went from her grassroots team to signing for Chelsea FC Academy in the Premier League at 13 years of age. Or Siad, went from playing for his local Sunday league team to a better club team and then eventually signing with the first division professional team in Canada at 16. In case you haven't met yet, my name is Harris Hussaini. And if you love football and you want to improve way faster than your friends, get pro opportunities, and become a confident, fast, and techie baller who's simply him, if you want to finally be respected by your coaches, admired by your teammates, and make your parents proud, get off the bench and ball out every time you play, then this video is for you. Because I'm going to be revealing the simple training and routines I did outside team training and games to improve faster than my friends and get pro opportunities. The 3 steps you need to overcome in order to go from where you are to a standout player at a professional academy. And I'll be doing all this in the next 60 minutes. So look, if you can't stick around for just 16 minutes, then maybe improving in football and living your dream life is not for you. And for those who watch the whole video until the very end, I'll be giving you my ball mastery guide for free and also giving you a very special gift. So make sure you watch the full entire video. And I want you to know I'm speaking from experience. I've been through the ups and downs of football and life. Having moved to Canada from Afghanistan as a refugee at a young age, I was only introduced into football at the age of 12. Yep, only at 12. But I quickly fell in love with this beautiful sport, and by the age of 14, I decided I wanted to become a professional footballer. But at 16, I was still stuck on my local Sunday league team and had just been put on the junior varsity team for my high school. That's meant for 9th and 10th graders. As an 11th grader, it was embarrassing. I wouldn't stand out in games, I just didn't have the skills. That's when I realized I needed to change. I'd had enough. I decided to spend hours training by myself, doing random drills I found on YouTube or just taking shots on goal. But nothing really changed. I was still behind other players. I would just watch on as they balled out with confidence on game days and got all the love from coaches, parents, and other players. There were even kids my age signing professional contracts and playing pro games. I promise you I was this close to giving up until I came across a new method of training and living that changed my life. And the moment I started implementing this, my game began to change. I finally started to feel confident. I would stand out in games and other people began to notice. Damn Harris, have you been training? Harris, how did you improve so fast? These are questions I started to receive from coaches and friends. Pretty soon, I started to move up the levels to bigger teams. I was seeing results, so I kept doing the trainings and routines that got me there. Simple and easy to do, but so effective. And then, after months of hard work and moving up the Canadian youth levels, I got a try at the Vancouver Whitecaps and I managed to sign a contract for their academy, a professional academy, where I competed alongside the best players in the country. And my performances there led me to receiving a call up to my national U23 team to compete in the 2022 Asian Cup qualifiers. Along the way, I amassed over 500,000 followers across all platforms as I took people with me through my day-to-day. And a question I get often is, how did I do all of it? Well, I'm gonna be sharing that today. Let's get started. So there are 3 steps you need to overcome to go from where you are to a standout player and signing for a pro academy. But don't underestimate these. 99% of players never overcome them and never achieve their dreams. But if you can figure this all out, you can become the top player in your team in a matter of weeks and be on track to your dreams. Step 1 is building a base. In this phase, you're going to build the foundations of a player that can be a top baller and go on to the pro level if he wants to. Here you will build a physical, technical, mental, and tactical base. You will be comfortable doing pretty much anything with the ball, have a strong self-image, have a base of fitness and good movement mechanics, and know how to make the right decisions on the field tactically. If you make mistakes, overthink, or have doubts, it's because you don't have a base of confidence and technical ability, which can both be trained. You will do this by putting in time with the ball on the field, doing mental training, sprinting, and playing pickup, and a lot of game analysis. Of course, it's more complicated than that, but that's an overview. This process is what Elliot took to go from his local team in Canada to getting multiple professional trials and signing with Minnesota United MLS Academy. An important aspect of building this base is progressive overload through difficulty. You see, most people will just do random drills with no progression, but you really start to progress when you do drills specific to your position's needs and start to progress them. making it harder each time. People apply progressive overload a lot to working out in the gym, but you can apply it to football as well and make your drills harder by doing them faster, making them longer, more complicated, etc. It's possible to make massive changes to your speed, technical ability, and even confidence, but only if you do the right training. And I learned that the hard way, spending years doing random training I found on YouTube before I finally changed and shot up to the Pro Academy level. It's very important you build this phase before you move on to the next one, because if you don't, none of the work you do in the next phases will have the same effects. Ryan realized this and built a super strong base, did the next steps, and recently got called up to the US Youth National Team camp from playing grassroots just a few months earlier. At this point, once you have the base, it's very easy to think that all you have to do is keep training this way, but that's not the case. This is not what will make you stand out. And one of the things that helped me realize this when I was younger was mentorship. There's a point where I felt the same way you might feel now. I was still unsure about the best pathway to get to the next level and reach my dreams. I decided to invest in mentorship, but being a broke high school student with $27 in my bank account, I had to work and beg my parents for money to afford the $800 for it. But oh boy, did it pay off. In just a few months of getting a clear pathway on how to reach my goals, I was signed to the Y-Caps, got hundreds of dollars in gear, transportation, and food, and which later helped me get a full-ride scholarship offer to play in college in the US worth tens of thousands of dollars. My parents never regretted helping me out, and I'm eternally grateful to them. So that's a quick little life lesson on your path to excellence as a footballer. And so this brings me to the second step, standing out, which is the biggest challenge most players face on their journey. Standing out in football is incredibly difficult, but it's the main thing that allows you to move up the levels. Here, you have to change your training and focus more on developing an X factor, something that sets you apart from everyone else. Something which will catch the eyes of scouts and bring you opportunities. Here on screen are examples of an X factor for each position that coaches usually look for. Make sure you only pick one and make it something you're really good at already. This will make it as easy as possible to stand out. It's easy to feel discouraged seeing players your age or even younger standing out and playing with confidence, and even playing at the professional level. You see them living your dream life and wish it could be you. You might think you're too far behind. You might question if you can make it and feel stressed and disappointed. Don't do this. You can reach that level if you do the right training and have the right environment around you, which I'll be showing you how to do in just a minute. Just like Roman did, went from one of the worst on his team to one of the best and made his U19 debut as a 15-year-old. And this brings me to the third step, getting opportunities at higher levels. Once you build a technical base and then develop into a standout player, it's time to find opportunities at better teams so you can move up the levels. You can do this with no connections and without living close to a big club. There are 3 ways you're gonna do this. And after I show them, I'll be revealing the biggest secret of all to becoming an absolute baller. So pay attention. Number 1, tell your coaches and teammates that you're looking to play at the next level. You'd be surprised at opportunities they might have for you. Number 2, set up a LinkedIn profile. On screen, here's how I set my profile up. You can search for agents and coaches here and ask to connect with them using this messaging template. Number 3, find coaches' emails. This is simple to do. First, decide the clubs you wanna join, then find the email of someone there, take the format for the email, plug in the coach's name, test to see if it's a real email on one of these softwares, then you can send them a message like this on screen. With these methods, you got a trial with a professional club in the A-League, Australia's first division. And Andrew used them to get a trial with San Antonio FC, the professional academy of a second division team in the US. But we aren't quite done, so stay with me. This next step is the most important in the process, so pay close attention. Look, if right now you know your game's a couple seconds too slow or you don't stand out in games, don't worry. You don't have to be born with fast feet, confidence, and quick thinking, but you can build these up. Just like a muscle is grown by doing weights at the gym, and I'll show you how in just a second. But before I do, let's recap what we've covered today. Right now, you know that the 3 biggest things standing between you and your dream football future are 1, building a bulletproof elite technical base, 2, standing out in games, and 3, getting pro opportunities. If you're struggling with just one of these, you're gonna struggle to stand out, struggle to become the best on your team, and get on the radar of professional academies, colleges, and any pro teams. Bruno realized this and took action, which led him to signing for a second division academy team in Slovakia, in Europe, a high level. And wanna know a secret? Bruno had never been in a pro environment before in his entire life. I went from being a player who only started playing football at 12, started taking it seriously at 14, to playing in the same academy as Alphonso Davies and getting called to my national team at 18. If you started playing football before me, then imagine how good you can be with the same training, guidance, and mentorship that I had. There's a massive opportunity here, and it's not just myself as proof, as you can see. I mean, Sobilink went from never being in a pro environment before to getting called up to his national team and competing in the U17 Asian Cup qualifiers as a 15-year-old. Anas went from a Sunday League team to a first division team. And Almond signed for Watford FC Academy, just one step below the Premier League as a 14-year-old. Now I know this all sounds super exciting, but a quick word of warning. If you try to do this alone, you'll spend months or years trying to figure it all out. I've done that and spent 4 years from 12 to 16 years of age, stuck in the same place, playing Sunday League, barely standing out, even though I thought I was doing the right things. You have a very tiny window of your life to play football, and an even smaller window to actually make big improvements. Just months of not doing the right things can destroy your chance of success in football, much less years. But if you get this right, you can unlock a future in football you never thought possible. Because as you can see, players are realizing you don't need any type of insane talent or luck to become an absolute baller. So the question becomes, how can you get results like this? Like the dozens of people that I've shown you here in this video? Well, you have two options. The first one is to go and try to figure this out all on your own, take the information I've given you today and really try to figure it out by yourself. It's definitely a viable option, and if you feel it's best suited for you, please go ahead. However, know that you'll most likely lose some valuable months or maybe even years trying to figure everything out on your own, and long term, it's probably going to be more expensive, considering that you miss out on all the extra progress you could have made by starting out the right way from the get-go. Remember, progress compounds. Finally, your chance of quitting just goes way up if you get stuck or have doubt and don't have support on this tough journey. That's why I created the Player Accelerator, the second option where I take you by the hand and show you every single thing you need to do to go from where you are to a confident, standout player, ready to move up the levels, whether that be just to become the best on your team or sign for a pro academy, or maybe one day play pro. It's the program with the best success stories in the industry. Every single success story you've seen during this video has gone through my program, where we take players from sometimes complete beginners in football to consistently balling out in their teams and ready for the next level. So if you just got a few minutes, let's look at what's inside Player Accelerator. Now, it's way more than just a course. The course is really just a part of it. It's like a virtual professional academy. It'll be the best results-oriented learning experience you'll ever have, period. Player Accelerator is composed of over 40 hours of step-by-step training covering every aspect you need to 10x your game and get opportunities at a higher level. From full technical sessions to tactical breakdowns, to the mentality of a pro, to reaching out to pro clubs and colleges, the program has everything covered for you. This program is broken down into 5 phases. The first phase is mindset. Have you ever wondered the difference between those that make it big and go on to play at the highest level and those that don't? How some players have unbreakable confidence no matter what? Or how you can perform like a machine that stays composed no matter the situation? Well, that's what we cover in this first section. Here's where you will find out the truth about how others achieve success. And although it may not have the most technical aspects, students often say this is the part that has the biggest impact on their results. Now, phase 2 is technical training with the ball. Here we show you how to master the fundamentals to a professional level. Ball control, dribbling, shooting, passing, defending, etc. We cover absolutely everything and give you expertly crafted step-by-step training sessions for all levels of ability at any point in the season. So you can train even if you have loads of schoolwork and a busy training schedule. I mean, I had a job, school, and played for 2 teams and still managed to put in the work, and I'll show you exactly how you can too. Because this training works and will get you results like Malcolm, who sent us this message after only the first couple of sessions. I don't know what you did, but my technique and footwork felt 10 times better. I was unstoppable today. Then the next phase, phase 3, covers physical training. No matter what age you are, what equipment you have, we show you how to correct your movement mechanics and become the fittest and fastest player on your team, even if you aren't athletically gifted. So you can dominate and stand out when everyone is tired at the end of games, while you're still flying. Just like Nate, who used to struggle with his speed and fitness, but using the program got called up to play on the first team for his club and beat most of the grown men in the fitness test as a 16-year-old. Phase 4 is all about tactics. Have you ever wondered how players like Sergio Busquets, Thiago Silva, and Modric are able to control the game even though they are way older and slower than the other players? It's because of their football IQ, how they understand the game. This can be trained, and in this phase, we show you in excruciating detail how you can easily develop an edge over all your teammates and competitors and impress everyone who's watching with your composure and decision making. Just like Chris, who struggled with nerves before games, but only a week after joining the program, quickly earned the respect of all his teammates and coaches at his high school with his dominant performances as a 9th grader. Now the 5th and final phase covers how to find and contact higher level teams. Whether you want to play on a better team, one day play in college, or even join a pro club, you must know how to find the contacts you need in football and know exactly how to reach out to them. We show you our proven methods to find any contacts you need and give you messaging templates for reaching out, all part of our exact system for getting high level opportunities. Plus, we show you how to create a highlight video on CV that will leave coaches begging you to come on trial. Don't worry if you don't have these yet or you're not even sure what they are. It's really simple and we will explain it all in detail and walk you through it step by step. If you follow these steps, you'll soon be like you, who using our system got interest from an A-League Academy team, the highest professional division in Australia, and is set to go on trial with them, where I know he'll crush it and get signed because he's prepared. Now we want this program to be the easiest, most plug and play way to develop into a standout player. That's why we've included a wave of exclusive bonuses that could be sold on their own for thousands of dollars combined. First off, we have my exclusive personal contacts at professional clubs and academies all over the world. So that once you've done the training and gone to a point that you feel that you're ready, all you have to do is reach out and secure a trial. Like Hugh, But also like Andrew, who after just sending out a couple of emails to our contacts, got a response from San Antonio FC, a club in the second highest tier of professional football in the US, and they invited him to trial with them. But on top of that, you get the ultimate trial day guide, a complete walkthrough of how to prepare for your trial, crush it, and get a spot on the team. The nerves of trials are completely removed and replaced with true confidence, knowing you are fully prepared. You also get 7 exclusive never seen before pro player interviews that are all 30 minutes plus, where I interview professional players who have played in the MLS, Europe, and the Canadian national team, so you get an insight into how they live and train, so you can follow in their footsteps. Then you get the injury prevention and recovery guide. If you're injured or not fully recovered, you can't train to the best of your ability, which means you won't improve and you won't ever move forward in your career. Meanwhile, if you get a reputation as injury prone, you're gonna play less and less because the coach won't be able to plan for the future and rely on you to be a part of it. To make sure that this doesn't happen to you, you must take elite care of yourself. So in this guide, I take you through all the same routines and processes that I follow, along with hundreds more elite footballers to stay injury-free and recover faster than everyone else. Instead of playing hurt and looking weak, you'll feel strong and confident. You'll trust your body to hold up to the pressures of the game, allowing you to play with freedom and swagger. You also get our meal plan and nutrition guide so you can remove all the guesswork and easily plan your nutrition, knowing you're eating the right things. Finally, you get the unseen behind the scenes at a pro academy, where I go through exactly what the day-to-day life of a pro academy player looks like so you can live like a pro before you go pro, drastically increasing your chances of making it. Like Daniel, who went through the program and now plays for a pro academy in the US. Hear from Daniel himself what his thoughts are on the program.
Since I'm a U16 and I'm playing with U19s, I need to be on top of my technique and my speed of play. Harris's program is going to help you with that because it will develop your fundamentals, make your touch great, work on your dribbling, and pretty much everything in the game. Harris's program will help you with that 100%. When I used it, I felt drastic changes almost instantly.
But research has shown time and time again that what actually gets massive results for students isn't even the content itself. It's an essential part of the learning, but the main driver of success is actually the student community. And so we decided to create an exclusive private ZTH community only for those that are in the program. It's the perfect place to meet other players, get your questions answered, and find accountability partners and friends. We also do weekly football-related giveaways and events. Many of our students consider this the most valuable part of the program, like Ada here, who joined us recently and said this.
My experience with ZTH has been very positive. Overall, with the community, it taught me so much. Whenever I have a question, it'll always be answered positively, and everybody in the community is working towards a common goal.
And inside our community, students love to post their results. Almost every day, we get stories of massive improvements from the hardworking ballers in there, like Gilis, who shortly after joining the program, went to go play pickup with his friends and said they kept asking him on how he got so much better. Or Daniil, who after only a week in the program was seeing crazy results and not making his opponents 3 or 4 times in a game. Or Emilio, who said in his own words, "I'm actually so grateful to you guys, this community, and that I saw the ZTH ad on my Instagram and I actually worked to join this. It's already so good." Students will go as far as making compilations of their before and after videos and post them on the community, just to compete with each other and show how much they've changed as a player. But they show a lot of love to each other as well.
ZTH training program has helped me develop so much. I mean, like, just look at this.
After following the instructions in this program for only a few weeks, I'm so much more confident while playing, and I'm able to do so much more with the ball.
Hi ZTH, I'm for Chelsea, and you've helped me a lot to become the player I am.
And my son has really benefited, and I've actually seen a big difference with my son's game in general.
But you know the main reason that people just don't find success with online programs? It's because as they go through the course, they end up having a lot of questions but have no expert to advise them, and they end up getting stuck, or worse, quitting. That's why we have weekly Q&A calls and classes for the students inside the program, where every week you can ask me questions directly and I can personally help you get unstuck and back on track. So there's no way you fail. And it won't just be myself. We have professional players pop into these calls sometimes where you can ask them live questions and get advice face to face. Like the student summed up, guidance makes a big difference and he's glad to have a coach and mentor by his side. Having access to someone who has done what you want to do and face all the same problems can come in handy on your journey. So let's review everything you're going to get when you join the Player Accelerator today. Number 1, you'll get full access to the Player Accelerator program for life. All of the technical, tactical, mental, and physical training in it, plus how to get opportunities. You'll also get my personal professional contacts, the ultimate trial day guide, 7 behind-the-scenes pro player interviews, our injury prevention and recovery guide, nutrition guide and meal plans, and the behind-the-scenes at a Pro Academy handbook. You'll also get access to our exclusive private community and weekly giveaways and events, and finally a Q&A coaching call with myself every single week where pro players occasionally drop in to answer your questions as well. So now, let me ask you this. How much would it be worth to you to have the career of your dreams without having to worry about poor performances, what other people think, and sitting on the bench? How much would it be worth to you to effortlessly ball out in whatever situation you're put in and have unstoppable confidence in yourself and in your skills? How much would it be worth to you to have your teammates respect you, your coach need you, and have professional opportunities lined up for you? Just think about that for a second. How much would it be worth to consistently enjoy every single game you play in because you ball out with ease and potentially sign for a pro academy and open up the possibility of a pro career? To make your parents proud and see the smile on their face after your performances and achievements. $10,000, $20,000, $50,000. Can you really even put a number on it? Well, don't worry, you're gonna be able to experience this for nowhere near what you're thinking. This isn't about the money for me. This is about knowing what it feels like to have your full potential, confidence, and happiness stolen from you. This is about having lived through the endless pain, frustration, and helplessness of sitting on the bench, not making an impact in games, and not being able to do anything about it. I don't want you to needlessly suffer any longer the way I have. I've been blessed to have the right mentors to figure this all out. If you were to work with a top personal coach, it will cost you between $6,000 to $15,000 a year. I mean, if you just had to hire one speed coach for just 2 sessions a week for a month, pretty much in any first world country, it will cost you around $50 to $100 an hour. So $2,000 to $4,000 total for just 6 months. That's just for a speed coach. Now you still have to find a way to train your stamina, strength, technical ability, tactical ability, and mental ability all on your own at a high level, because low level training won't get you the results you want. See how it gets expensive? All in all, to get personalized pro training like those in top academies, you'd have to spend tens of thousands of dollars a year just on coaching. It cost me thousands of dollars, hours, and years of my life to learn all this training. A lot of people told me to price something like this in the thousands. But I want more players to be able to access elite training, so I put the normal price for the player accelerator at a one-time fee of $697. But that's not your price today. As promised, because you watched this full masterclass, I'm letting a select group of dedicated players get in at a ridiculously low price. Only $397 for lifetime access to Player Accelerator. That'll come out to $32 a month for the year for an elite level mentorship. It will never be this low ever, I promise. And this offer ends very soon, as we will then permanently increase the price to $697 and likely increase to $897 as we add more content to the course in the future, which you will get full access to if you join today. And I'm so confident in the offer that I have a crazy guarantee for you. I have an unconditional money back guarantee for the first 30 days, meaning at any point in the first 30 days of having the product, you can ask for your money back if you don't like it. No questions asked. I'll give you your money back. I do this because I know you're gonna love it and want to stay forever. But I have an even crazier guarantee. If in 12 months time you haven't moved up a level in your career, but I've done all the training, come to all the calls, and can prove it, I'll write you a check for $1,000 and do free one-on-one training with you until you do. That's how confident I am in the product and how much I believe it will change your career. I'm literally going to give you $1,000 and free one-on-one training if this program doesn't work. That's how much I believe in this, and that way there's literally no risk on your part. You either join and become a standout player on path to being a pro academy baller, or I'll give you your money back. It's that simple. No questions asked. Think about it. The only way you lose is by taking no action. You may be asking why I'm doing this. Well, it's because I saw how many talented, hardworking players outside pro academies and footballing families won't reach their dreams because they don't have a proven pathway. I saw my transformation and realized that pretty much any footballer my age can do it. If they put in the hard work, following the specific steps that I did, go from an average player to the most confident, stand-up player on the field, and move up the levels. I want to change the game of football training, blow everyone out of the water, and make elite training and guidance available to all. And our hundreds of students' results so far show that we're doing that. Now, a quick warning before you go. As I said before, this offer is running out fast, and we have a limited number of players we can accept in this program. Doors will close soon as we focus on getting results for those already in the program, because we pride ourselves on our results here at ZTH. And when we open, the price will likely double. But that's not all. There's a very small window of time in your overall life where you have the opportunity to make massive improvements in football that then affect the rest of your life. The opportunity is here for the taking. Ultimately, you have to decide if you want to take action or sit back and watch others succeed. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to pay double the price 1 month from now, do you? Take this great opportunity life is presenting you while you can. Go below this video right now and click the link in the top of the description to change your career and your life today. And in case you need to convince your parents to help you out financially, I created a quick 5-minute video that explains the whole program to them and has helped many students join, which you can access on the page in the description below. We also have split pay options and support for any questions you may have. Because even though you may not realize that, at this moment right now you've come to a very real crossroads of a once-in-a-lifetime choice you must make between 2 very different realities. The first choice has a reality where you do nothing to transform your football ability and future and leave yourself stranded on the sidelines as other players live your dream life, the one that you deserve. A reality that's full of even more pain, frustration, and despair. As your performances worsen, your confidence continues to drop, and you fall further and further behind. A reality where you never feel truly happy and free. Never feel free to enjoy the game, to play the way you know you can play, and shoot past your potential. Have the career that you dream of at night. Until one day, not so far off, you find yourself a shell of the player you once were, and could have and should have been, with your opportunity to reach your dreams gone. Now that this is what I want for you, and I know this is not what you want for yourself, there's another reality available for your choosing. A new reality has been chosen and celebrated by hundreds of players that have been to the same once-in-a-lifetime crossroads as you. A reality where every time you step out onto the pitch, you have unbreakable confidence in yourself and your skills, where you know you're going to play well before you even step out there. A reality where your friends are amazed by you, where your coach needs you, and where your parents are proud of you. A new you. A reality free from poor performances and watching others fly past you. Free of pain and frustration and suffering that was holding you back from the career you truly deserve. Let's face it, this is a reality you've been waiting for your whole life. You may never forgive yourself if you let today's once-in-a-lifetime opportunity slip between your fingertips. It's a smart thing and the right thing to do for your life while you still can. Click the button in the description below and take advantage of today's 100% risk-free opportunity to claim the career and the life you truly deserve. See you inside.